Good evening and welcome to Weekend Update. I'm your host, Eric Farmer, and I'm back as we head into November this week. The election coming up next Tuesday, finally. Lots of stuff going on, crazy election related stories, and nothing really going on this week except Elon Musk. Am I the only person in the world who is sick and tired of seeing Elon Musk's face everywhere I turn? Big story this week as Elon Musk takes control after purchasing Twitter and firing everybody in sight. So, yeah, that's an interesting thing happening this week. Besides our precious, precious election, which we value so much in this country, our precious democracy, and we don't dare to question it. Yeah. An election related story this week. We had, I don't know if it's really election related, but another one of the big stories that happened was Paul Pelosi getting attacked in his home. That was an interesting story this week, or was it last week? I'm not sure. I've been out of it, but yeah, that and the weather turned shitty here in America. Because yeah, we had a really tough day here today. First really big windstorm of the year. After we had like 6 inches of snow last week, today we had a really heavy windstorm, and I had a fence blow over in my yard, so that kept me busy all day. Well, not all day, but yeah, kept me pretty busy for a good chunk of the day today. I was out there cleaning up the mess from this big chunk of fence I have out there. It's this fence is like over 20 years old. Big old 8-foot wooden monster. A big section of it blew over, and so yeah, I had to go out there and clean it up. And so I cut the fence up into pieces, and I plan on burning it. I already burned some of it today, and I had to put up another temporary dog fence to keep the dogs from dispersing all over the world. And yeah, so I didn't get my normal Saturday nap. So yeah, I'm a little bit out of it tonight, as usual. But yeah, just been all kinds of crazy shit happening in my personal life these last couple weeks. Had to go to the dentist last week, and that was not good news. No. The state of my dental health is deteriorated, and yeah, it looks like I had to take some drastic measures here. So yeah, that's not very good. That's probably why I didn't do a live stream last week. I was just so depressed about my dental situation, but I've come to accept it and deal with it, and whatever. What happens, man. I mean, the damage is already done. There's not much it's a little bit late to start taking really good care of my teeth, but they're always telling me every time I go in there, I don't take good enough care of my teeth. I know I don't. It's like, gets frustrating after a while. Tired. It's like, it's like I start to feel like I'm beating a dead horse. What's the point of taking care of my teeth when I'm just going to lose them all anyways? But so that leads to more, me not giving a shit about it, which makes the problem worse at a faster pace. It's interesting. I'm here almost 5 minutes into the stream and still no viewers, huh? That's interesting development. I don't know what's going on with that. Usually I'll have a couple viewers by this point in the stream. They're saying I got no viewers yet. So we'll see if anybody shows up here. Don't know. But yeah, that's what's going on. Just rolling with the punches here, doing my best to not lose my mind. Other than that, life is just going wonderful. Hey, there's Aussie Man in the house. I got one viewer, but it says I got none. That's interesting. But yeah, it's pretty nice evening here after the crazy hurricane we've been having overnight since last night into today. I was saying my fence got blown over. And so, yeah, I've been spending a good chunk of my day mending a fence out in the cold fucking wind. So, yeah, I'm a little bit. It says on my end, 3 viewers, huh? Interesting. But, yeah. The big election coming up here. I don't even know what's going on with that. It's all a bunch of garbage. But they won't let us quit. They won't quit talking about it. You know, it's going to affect everything for sure. Three in the live chat. So how about that Paul Pelosi situation? That was an interesting story. Keeps getting more and more interesting as time goes on. There's a lot of no notification this time. That could be a big reason why. They're just getting weirder and weirder with their censorship as time passes here. And yeah. And that the big story of Elon Musk taking over Twitter. God, I'm just so tired of hearing about it. Who gives a fuck? I guess a lot of people do. It's a big deal. And then you got all these people out there that just worship Elon Musk like he's a god. You know, they're just like I often say, if there's one thing we really worship in America, it's the rich and powerful. We're fascinated with famous rich people. Yeah, you know, these people, like, you know, they worship him as a god almost. But yeah, a big story this week was Elon Musk in his Halloween costume, where he wore a Baphomet on his shirt, or that was a shirt, it was like a body armor that he wore. It was called The Devil's Little Helper or something like that was the name of his costume. A lot of talk about that this week. That, you know how I feel about Elon Musk. You know, he's just a fucking other puppet in the show. He's the big puppet in the show, the one that's playing the role of the richest man in the world. Someone's got to play the role. It was Billy Goats for a long time. He was the richest, but now it's Elon playing the role of the richest man in the world. It's all a bunch of garbage, man. He's just playing his role. He's just another. But yeah, it's kind of interesting, the whole story about how he's kind of just, you know, setting the precedence for the rest of us, where, you know, we're all going to be replaced. Basically, is what it's telling me. He's replacing everybody at Twitter. It looks like, you know, he wants to automate the whole thing and get rid of all the humans. You don't want, you know, what would you expect? And then, you know, he's got everybody believe in, a lot of people believe that he's the savior and he's the champion of free speech. My God, so ridiculous. So insane. Anyways, almost ended the broadcast there, but Elon is a false prophet. Yes. It's all they're talking. Everywhere you look now on the internet, all you see is fucking Elon Musk's face. What a fucking clown. And he's not just a false prophet. He's a front man for the, the WEF. Goes to Venice. Pelosi BS. I'm not buying. Yeah, that whole story, right? What do you think? It was just another fucking one of these stories that they just pull out of their ass. They make up all this bullshit. If it's out there, put it out there on the mainstream. It's all over the mainstream. It's garbage. 82-year-old man attacked. Yeah, that's a fascinating story, I think. Another one of their fairy tales. We're supposed to, is there anything they haven't lied about? That's all they do is lie. It's what I say. These are the archons. They are, they cannot tell the truth. They cannot create anything. All they can do is lie, cheat, and steal. And all kinds of other horrible things they do. But I don't even want to go into a lot of the other stuff that's going on. It's just really, really fucking horrible stuff, man. But we're not allowed to question any of it. But that's just, a big part of this whole, Twitter thing, and then there's just so much going on with this. They're just totally preempting, all the truth, basically. They know that, a lot of people know what's going on. they're just like children, trying to keep control of the narrative on the schoolyard. It's just so ridiculous. Anybody with two brain cells to rub together can just see right through all this crap. But amazing how most of the people just believe whatever the fuck they're told. I don't know. Attacked in his underwear. There's all kinds of interesting theories, and of course the guy that attacked him is a big time conspiracy theorist. He espouses all these crazy conspiracy theories about, the election fraud and all that kind of garbage. Jerry G. He espouses all of the insane conspiracy theories that are all evil misinformation that we're not allowed to talk about. I would never talk about such things on my chat, and I would never question the results of the election. Bad. It's evil. It's what's wrong with this world. But yeah, so anyways, I think I'll go ahead and post a link here because I'm having a hard time gathering my thoughts. See who shows up tonight. But yeah, what a heck of a day it was. I didn't even hear the fence blow over, but it must have happened sometime this morning. Because I swear I went out early this morning because I like to peel my potatoes outside for breakfast. And because I don't like to throw any food in the garbage can. Just throw any food garbage I have outside. So I peel my potatoes outside so that the peelings just go back into the ecosystem and not into a garbage bag and start to stink up my house, basically. And so I didn't notice the fence was blown over at that point. sometime between then and I cooked my breakfast, and by the time I looked back outside, the fence had blown down, and so I had to spend quite a bit of time cleaning that up. So I didn't get my nap today. So, but
Hey,
we got
I'll just spin
Ozzy
it
in the
around a bit.
house.
I'm upside down. Hang on.
He's upside down. Of course, he's upside
I'm
down.
right way up now. I'm right way up now.
You live in Australia. You're always upside down.
or top side up.
You guys live on the upside down world.
Yeah.
How do you guys do it? How do you spend all your time walking upside down? I don't.
How do we defy gravity and the laws of physics?
How does the blood not all rush to your head and pass out? You people are amazing. It means nothing more than
we're a different breed. We're a different breed.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I agree. Yeah.
How you going? All right. We well, I think I've been on for about a month.
What's that? Haven't been on? No, I've been on 2 weeks.
Oh, I haven't been.
Oh, you haven't been. Yeah.
I haven't been on. I haven't been on live with you for a month. I don't think.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. How you been, man? How are things?
Yeah, things are getting a little bit better. I got a job offer the other week, so I'm gonna have to pull up my socks. So I got a trial on Tuesday, so I'm gonna go to that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so just part time, so it's not too bad. I don't have to. What's that? Sorry.
I says it sucks having a job and it sucks not having a job.
Yeah, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, really. I didn't really want it. Like, I didn't really want as many hours, but I don't know. Like, I'm gonna have to take it anyway because there's not much out. There is a lot of jobs, but if I want to keep my benefits and everything, I kind of have to, get something that's part time. I would go for full time, but I'd lose my benefits. That's all. So.
I'm tired, man. I'm so tired of fucking the shit show. What are you gonna do, man?
Yeah, but we're feeling
I
it.
need money. I'm tired of working, but I can't quit.
Well, we're feeling it as well. Like we had, I think it was petrol just jumped up to over $2 a litre. So what would that be? I don't know, about almost. I'm trying to think what would maybe $6 a gallon to you guys, maybe.
Right.
So or the equivalent.
That's really expensive. We get $6 an hour petrol here, people will freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
But no.
So, but everyone's just gone on the. They're not flinching. They're just thinking, oh, it's the war in Russia and Ukraine. That's why the prices are going up. Every time I went to the gas station the other day and I got some fuel. And every time I go there, I say we should only be paying 30 cents a litre. No, and the rest are all taxes. I said, you guys have been blindsided, and they just laugh at me. Everyone laughs at me. So.
Yeah, so I'm tired of dealing with all these idiots. They just believe everything they're told, and man, it gets tough after a while. It's like
there's still people wearing masks. Like, and it's almost summer here. It's like, and finally the good weather's coming out. It's taken a while, but I'm still wearing a jumper.
Yeah, it's getting shitty here. We had a really bad windstorm, but no, it hasn't been too bad considering we haven't had. But yeah, we just did have a pretty good, like 60, 70 mile an hour winds overnight and in the morning. So I didn't sleep very well. I kept waking up with all the noise outside, and then I wasn't able to take my nap today because I had to fix the fence because I got my dog and the neighbor's dog comes over here and I can't have him getting out.
Yeah.
because I live kind of like on a busy highway, and I already had one dog get killed out on the highway. That sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, you need those fences to keep everything in.
And also to keep the moose out. No, it doesn't keep the mooses out.
Keep the moose out, yeah.
The moose just hop right over it like it's not even there.
That reminds me of The Simpsons when they had Homer collects all this garbage and the mooses are getting onto his garbage and he's shooing away the mooses.
I've never seen that one. That sounds pretty funny.
Oh, that was a very early episode.
Yeah?
Very early. Yeah.
Man, we didn't used to have moose here. Only in the last 10, 15 years they introduced them here.
Oh,
now they're fucking everywhere, man. They breed like giant rats.
They kind of look like giant rats too. They probably have.
They're stupid.
They look pretty stupid.
They're stupid. They got a brain the size of a fucking peanut, and they're a huge animal. I would have no qualms in killing a fucking moose. Wouldn't bother me at all.
I reckon they'd be tasty though.
I heard they are very good to eat.
Yeah.
So,
slow cook.
But yeah, it's really hard to get a license to hunt them here. They only give out very few hunting licenses for the moose, and so they're just overpopulating the area. We used to have none, and now I see them all the time. For 10 years ago, it was really rare to see one. It's like, oh, wow, look, there's a moose. It was like, wow, very rare. Now I see one almost every other day.
Yeah.
There's so many of them. They're not afraid of humans whatsoever. So,
well, it's like with us, like with the kangaroos. I think over the past 2 years, they would have I think we get deer up in the high country, and I haven't been in the high country because it's hours away, right? But it'd be quite similar. They'd be breeding, there'd be, no one would have really wandered off into the woods or the bush because they locked us all up for the last 2 years. So people were too scared to go camping. What's that? Yeah.
The animals have been breeding more than usual. Less people killing them.
Yeah. Less people hunting them, less people disturbing them. So they can have sex. They can procreate. Make more of them.
But then, on one hand, and on the other hand, there's all the fires they've been having down there, supposedly killing off shit tons of animals. It's hard to know what to believe.
Yeah. Well, they had an escapee. They had a lion escape from the Taronga Zoo in Sydney a few days ago. That was
interesting.
Funny.
How did that go? What happened to that?
I think they finally caught up. They finally caught it.
Yeah, they didn't have to kill it.
No, I just thought it was funny because, everything.
Zoo. I don't like zoos, man. It's kind of depressing to see all the It's like a prison for animals.
Yeah.
It just doesn't give me much joy to see these beautiful animals, locked up in their little, containment areas or whatever you want to call it. Their little, they give them all.
I guess it was bound to happen. It's like that movie Jumanji. It's like everything's turning Jumanji now.
Yeah. Yeah. Jason S., nice to see you. Yeah. So what did you think about that Paul Pelosi thing?
To tell you the truth, I haven't, a friend of mine was talking about it at length with me, but I wasn't really.
You don't really know what happened?
Yeah, I don't really know the extent of. I know someone came out in their underwear or something, so that's why I just put a comment in there. But I don't really know too much what happened.
Apparently, he got hit in the head with the hammer.
Oh yeah, the hammer. Yeah.
It was apparently the guy hit Mr. Pelosi in the head, and the cops say for sure, there was definitely attempted murder on Mr. Pelosi. And, But a few days later, he was given an interview. So he had to go in and have surgery done on his skull, and then like 2 days later, he was given interviews to the press. Yes, hammer time. So yeah.
I've just all the news have basically come out in memes. Every time I get a new news thing come out, someone would either send me a meme and I'd be like, okay, I'll look this up. But I haven't been looking up everything. I've been pretty busy with applying for this job because they want all these reference checks, police check, check your identity, and they need a reference check. You
don't have to be jabbed anymore, though, right?
It's funny you say that, right? They put this clause in the sign up thing, and it says, "Oh, what's your COVID vaccine?" I don't know if I should say that, but your status, for the thing, right?
Whether or not you've taken it.
Yeah. But I asked the HR woman, and I said, do I need to provide details of the the thing, right? And she goes, oh, you don't need to anymore. But it's still in their sign-on paperwork thing. So if they ask me, I'll just say it's not required anymore. And if you're going to ask that, well, do you want me to work, or and if you want to sack me for not taking a medical experiment, then I'll sue you. I'll take you to court.
Yeah.
So they realize that now. I think they've dropped it, but a lot of businesses are still holding on to it. So it can be very difficult to find a job now. It's a bit of a minefield. You got to be very selective on what you want to look for. And I was lucky to come across this job. And
welcome to the chat, Lisa Button. Yes, they are pretty freaky at those levels. Are you talking about like the mega wealthy, like the Pelosi's are worth heard they're worth like $120 million. But yeah, there's so many interesting things about that guy. Of course, he was a huge, big time conspiracy theorist. That's one thing they want you to know. He espoused all these conspiracy theories, like election denier, and he was against the the jab. He was anti-jab, election denier, all these things, that they're really fighting here on in social media and stuff, because so much misinformation going around. It's what it's all about. It's all coming to a head now. All this. And it just so happens at this point in time, Elon Musk takes over Twitter. You think it's a coincidence?
Yeah, I think they're just putting all their cards into one place, and they're like Elon Musk. I thought, but I've never thought of him as being some sort of savior or prophet or anything. He's a false prophet. He talks about putting what is it? He's got that chip for your brain or something, and a chip for your hand.
Neuralink, yes.
Neuralink, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't it say in the Bible? It says, mark, 666 is the mark or something, Revelation 13. He is Revelation 13.
Yeah. So it's just interesting that's all coming, taking place at this time.
I'm not a Bible basher
on misinformation and censorship. It's all seems to be coming to a head right now.
But I'm not a Bible basher or anything like that. But I kind of I used to go to church when I was young, and I was raised Catholic. But it doesn't mean a thing. But I've just kind of lately just gone back to revisit the Bible, and I haven't even read I'm starting to read it because I've never really read it from cover to cover. I'm about halfway through it, but I don't know how many times I've read Revelation, and that's probably the more tasty part of the Bible. But it seems that they're trying to mimic the last part the Bible, the Revelation part, because that's what's happening now. Revelation is the big reveal. So that's what it mostly means. But, and apocalypse is just a new beginning. That's what they when they apocalypse. If you look up the Greek meaning of it, of the word, it's not what we think it is, that fire and brimstone are going to come down from the skies and kill us all. It's a dawn of a new age.
I think it has something to do with revelation, right? The revealing of
the reveal. Yeah, it's just a great reveal of everything that's happening. So
it's all coming out.
Yeah, but the problem is it's very slow.
All the truth is coming out, and they're doing their best to subvert it. To
suppress it.
Take control of the fucking narrative. Before it gets too much out of control, to where they even start losing their minions. The stupid sheep that believe everything that they're told. So yeah, that's what's going on. It's all about. They must keep control, so they're preempting all these narratives. Talking about like the guy that attacked Pelosi, right? He was a big time. They have all this information on him that he was. It all comes out. They want us to know that he was a conspiracy theorist. He espoused these crazy conspiracy theories. He's an election denier. He's anti-jab. He doesn't believe in the COVID narrative. Oh, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, he's trying. They're trying to make out that we're the bad. We're the bad. If you think like that guy, that
you're a crazy person that's going to go attacking. The people that espouse these beliefs are dangerous, and they're going to attack 82-year-old men with hammers. Another thing about the whole story was that he was trying to get a hold of Miss Pelosi, right? What's her name? Whatever, Miss Nancy. Yeah, he went there to try to get her, but she just happened to be out of town at the time. So yeah, he supposedly asked him, "Where's Miss Pelosi? Where's Nancy?" And he told him she's out of town. She won't be back for a couple days or a few days or whatever. But apparently his plan was he was going to try to get her to tell the truth, and if he thought she was lying, he's going to break her kneecaps with the hammer. That was his plan. He was going to get her to tell him some lies, and then he was going to break her fucking kneecaps with a hammer, and then they would have to wheel her into Congress in a wheelchair to be a lesson to all the rest of the congressmen. This is what they're putting out on the mainstream media, the narrative.
Yeah.
Crazy. You can't make this shit up. Oh yeah, you can. They did.
Yeah, you can.
They did.
What about that? What about that thing in Korea? That
hey, but I'm not. Hey, I'm not questioning the official narrative or nothing. I would never do that. But
yeah.
I'm sorry.
What about the stampede, the so-called stampede in Korea on Halloween? Oh. That was they had like I think it was 150. I don't know. It was like a big number of people died. Apparently, more people died than being injured, and it was like a crowd crush. They were out in the streets and they were celebrating Halloween or something. And I think PK did a thing on it. But he didn't. He didn't say that he got a screenshot of the police. But the back of the policeman, he had like it had a number and it was 911. It read 911, but he didn't elaborate on it, which was interesting. A friend pointed it out for me recently, so shout out to him. But yeah. He wants to be unnamed, so but shout out to him. Yeah, but it was all fake. It was all fake. Everything was fake in that thing because you can't it was in a public street. These people could have just moved out of the way, and PK's like, oh, some of these people could have just moved out of the fucking way.
But no, they're not supposed to be trampled.
But no, they were crushed and trampled. It's like, oh fuck. it's just so fucked, the whole thing. So
Yeah, it's just the you know the lies they're telling are becoming more and more ridiculous, just more and more insane, and it's just really hard to
and
believe it. This is
and
reality.
I got a email from or a letter from my telco company Optus, right? I don't know if you've heard of the Optus hacking, so-called hacking incident. It's not a hacking incident. It's just so that they could put us on this social credit kind of thing, um, digital identity crap, right? And then I got a text. I think it was a no, it was a an email from Vic Roads, which is like our driver's license people that send us our driver's licenses.
Mm.
And they're like, "Oh, we're going to be issuing you new driver's licenses as of next year, and here's a, in the meantime, we're going to be sending you a sticker to put on your current driver's license." You know what I did? I went to my police station. I got a justice of the peace to sign a form to say that my current license is me and it's not anyone else. So I was the one that was smart about it, and I'm not going to use this new license. If they send it to me, I'll just keep it at home and then just use my old one, and then keep the justice of the peace paper in the glove box and show the copper if he pulls me up and say, yeah, you
Hmm.
know, you got to be 10 steps ahead of these idiots because they're just stupid. And people are eating all this garbage up. They're like, oh, we got to get a new license. Oh, we've got to, register with Optus and say, yeah, have had our details been hacked. So what? I've had my details been hacked many a times, and I've had debt collectors chase me, and I just told them fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Fuck you.
that's
Yeah.
just how it is. And they haven't done anything. Like I haven't had anyone knock my door down or nothing. Like it's all crap. So
Yeah, it really is. But the majority of people just go right along with it.
yeah,
Oh, so yeah, it's good to hear somebody that stands up for himself and tell him to fuck off.
and that was before this whole shit show started. I think it might have been 2018 or 2019 that I had a debt collector chase after me and said, "Oh, you've racked up fines, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, mate, you prove that I've racked up fines, and then we'll go talk. Otherwise you're harassing me, and I'm going to call the police on you.
Yeah.
Well, I said to him, I'm going to personally sue you for damages, psychological damages. And this
Mm-hmm.
guy kept ringing me. He kept calling me. I said, man, I'm going to sue you for psychological damages. And he stopped calling after that.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, interesting what they're talking about in the chat here, and like really the hive minders signed up to be poisoned. Yeah, I'm seeing that all over the place. Everywhere I go, man. Like I went to a bar the other day. Just every once in a while, I'll stop at a bar and sit there and have a non-alcoholic beer because I've been sober for almost a year now, but and just listen to us. And people come in there talk. Just yeah, they're all getting ready to get their next, and and the flu shot at the same time. They're getting it now. And they're that's great, yeah, and they don't see no problem with it whatsoever. They think they're doing something good, It's
Yeah,
crazy.
but even when they had the flu, the flu thingies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember when I was in my old company and I was at the wharf, and one of the guys who's the manager for I don't know, one of the build sections for the cars and everything, and he comes up to me and he goes, "Oh, are you an anti VA double X? Back then, right?"
Yeah, that was a
And
big thing even before this.
yeah, and because I said, "Oh, I don't take flu shots." I said, "Last time I took a flu shot, I was very sick, and I think I was about 10, and my doctor and I was with my mother, and my doctor advised that I get it." and I was very ill after it, and very sick for 2 weeks. And then I just didn't. There's no point. And
you were
and then I
anti
was
E guy.
yeah, and then I was labelled just for saying that at work an anti VA whatever,
Yeah.
and it's
And it's like a dirty word, right? If you don't, yeah. It's
yeah,
really
and then
interesting how they did that.
he and I were like, he wasn't a bad guy, he was very nice, like he was nice with like in his mannerisms, and he was a good work colleague, and he would probably be a good mate, but the way that he conducted himself with trampling on your medical rights and your decisions isn't what I call a true friend, So it's not
medical tyrant.
Yeah, medical tyrant. But even back then, there were medical tyrants. Before all this stuff happened, they were grooming us to think that way in this hive mind kind of thing for this to happen. So groupthink. Yeah, that's what it was. It was groupthink. They wanted us to
very
be
powerful
at work. That's why they encourage. That's why they encourage teamwork. Teamwork is groupthink.
Most people I know are into the group thing. Most people that I know in this world, they all believe whatever they're told. They all go right along with the program. And I'm just sitting there going, God, am I the only person around here that fucking thinks for himself? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but even
it's like a really weird episode of The Twilight Zone.
But even major companies, they encourage that kind of thing. They don't call it groupthink; they call it teamwork. If you're a good team player,
you got to be a team player. Yeah,
you got to be a team player, right?
And team player, not a team player.
Team player means that you shut up and you do this and you
you do whatever you're told. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go along with get along.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's like I'm all good for teamwork, but when it involves people,
tyranny.
Yeah.
Well, to them, but to the most people, it's not.
Yeah.
They've defeated them. They've defeated the population, the masses of the population, with the psychological warfare.
Yeah.
And this is just one form of the war that they're waging on the population, and that's the most important part of the war, is the psychological warfare. Once you win that war, the rest of the war is fucking easy to win. But once you win the psychological battle, is everything, and they pretty much got that. Everybody is done fucked up in the head now.
Hey, I bought some butter, right, from Aldi, right? It's 250 grams, right? I don't know what that is in pounds or whatever, or ounces in, but
250 grams. That's a lot of cocaine.
Yeah. But have a look at this butter, right? I've taken a bit out of it. I've started eating it, right? But have a look at this. Have a look at this side where my finger is, right? It on the corners. It just looks like a really lazy clump of butter, right?
Yeah.
There's not much. See. Have a look at they didn't really fill it all the way up to the top.
Right. They keep putting less and less in the package every time.
That's right, and I've gone on to Aldi's and complained about it and taken photos and
have you looked at the net weight of it? Does it say net weight?
Well, it just says weight 250 grams. Sorry,
grams. Yeah.
There's no net weight on the packaging, and if it is, it's probably. Yeah, but if it is, it's probably in like microscopic print or something.
See, that's what I was thinking. And a lot of it is just they go by the weight. So they'll put the same amount of weight in the bigger package.
Yeah, well, they'll fill half of it. They'll fill half of it with air.
People don't look at the weight of it; they look at the size of the package and the price.
Yeah. But what about when you buy? Like I went to the survey the other day and I seen like a packet of chips there, a packet of corn chips, right? And you could tell that they had like most of it was just full of air. So you're gonna find a lot of products that are gonna be half full of air,
It's
3/4 full,
so ridiculous.
and then you're paying double or
And the price
a
keeps
little.
going up, and the
Yeah,
quantity
the
keeps
price
going
keeps
down.
going up. Yeah, and the quantity goes down. So
Yeah, and it's
you're
just
getting
it's an
less for
ongoing
more.
process.
Yeah.
You see this one black woman that just came out. I mean, I'm not trying to be racist or anything. She just happened to be a black woman. I should just say a woman. She came out and was talking about the word inflation. No, they've trained people. They've taught people this word inflation, and making it seem like before this crisis that we're going through right now, people didn't understand what the word inflation meant. That's what she was trying to say. And now that we've taught the masses of the population about this word inflation, that's all they keep talking about is inflation. Making it just like playing this really weird psychological fucking game, right? So what it all is, man. It's all It's like I was saying earlier, the psychological war. That's the most important part of the war of all. A lot of people just don't see it. They don't see the fact that they're waging war on us. On the whole entire population of the world is being, and there's so many different ways they're attacking us. Psychologically, economically, those are the two big ones. But they're really, right now, economic warfare has gone, mad.
And notice how they're not. If you listen to I listen to Magic 1278 on the AM here, right? Which is like your version of NPR. I think NPR is probably ABC down here, but it's all much the same, right? I'm listening to a news report on Magic. They play like soft rock, easy listening music as well. But the news reports, they used to be like, the CVID, and now it's just all this nonsensical crap. Like they had this news piece saying, CSIRO's researchers have found that if you pat your cat, it will leave a DNA imprint on your cat. And it's like, why the fuck are you? Why are we wasting our money paying these fucking bumbered idiots that are in the research departments at CSIRO to do research whether DNA gets left on cats by us petting them? It's nonsensical. It's shit. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
And why are they researching for that?
It's because it's all part of their fucking psychological game they play.
It's sick, and we waste so much money on that shit, like on this researching shit. And I used to date a woman years ago that was she wanted to get into research at the CSIRO, right? Because she studied I don't know, some microbiology course or a bachelor degree of biology or science or something. And she desperately wanted to get a job there, and all her other friends were getting jobs there, and she was crying, "Oh, I'm not getting a job there. I'm a wage slave. I'm working at what is it? Just casually working at a retail establishment, like selling clothes and all that. She wasn't happy, but she felt the need to keep going and try to get a job there, but it never happened. So it's like we're selected too. If we get a job, we're selected as well. They select us by our skills, our talents, what we know, how we do a job.
Right.
If we're easy to mold into their
follow orders well.
follow orders well, to train, to learn things quick.
Don't think for
So-
yourself too much, but enough.
Yeah, yeah, but enough to run the machines and get the job done.
Yeah, but not enough to question reality.
Yeah,
They want you to be smart enough to be able to do a job well, but not to really think about critical thoughts.
yeah,
Like George Carlin said.
yeah, and just smart enough to run the machine.
Having well-educated, critical thinking population is not in their interest.
Yeah. See,
They're
I
not interested in that.
I was at
They
a
want a good, obeyful fucking slave.
yeah. I was at a festival yesterday. We had a local town festival yesterday, and there was a kid playing in the mud. We would have been, I don't know, 3 years old, and his dad saying, "Oh, get out of the mud." And I'm walking past, and I said, "Let him play in the mud. Who cares? He'll get rid of the virus,
Ruin
mate.
his- Get
He
mud
just
on his
laughed at me.
clothes.
No, he didn't. He just had mud on his hands,
Uh-huh.
But I just said, don't worry. We used to do that all the time. We used to scrape our knees, get dirty, and climb fences.
Yeah, you
Let
can't
these
do that.
kids
You
have
can't
some
do that
fun.
anymore.
Let these kids have some fun.
I don't know. I haven't seen too many kids lately, but yeah, it doesn't seem like a very fun world. Well, one friend of mine has a daughter. She seems pretty normal, I guess, as far as I could tell. But I don't really hang around that much where I really know.
And lately, I've been hearing a lot of stories about the people dying from the you-know-what.
Yeah, I heard it's really bad in Australia.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of young people. A friend of mine recently told me that a 5-year-old boy died in
unknown causes. That's what we were talking.
Yeah.
That's what we call it here. Unknown causes.
and a 17-year-old boy died as well, and that was in my hometown.
I mentioned that in the chat a little while ago. How people are it's being caused. All these deaths are being caused by climate change and
climate change. That's what they're gonna. That's what they're gonna say it is.
Climate change, gardening, and watching TV.
Watching TV. I made the lawns the other day, so
I heard all kinds of stuff. I heard that even people smoking marijuana is causing heart attacks. That they're claiming.
I was at we had the festival yesterday in my town, and they had like a music kind of thing, like a couple of bands there, right? And I could smell like someone smoking the reefer for sure, right? And there was cops everywhere, right? And it was funny. I think they were trying to find someone that was smoking the reefer and they're looking around. They're trying to find, and I'm like, there's 20 of these. There's 20 police officers at a family-friendly event, right? Mm-hmm. Why the fuck do you need so many police officers for? And it was quite busy too, but it wasn't like anyone was causing trouble. They
need 20 because we live in a police state, and
yeah. I felt like going up to them and saying,
wherever there's people around, they must have a presence to let the people know.
Yeah, but I felt like going up to them and saying, "Why do you have the Roman wreath and the Freemason symbol around your head, mate?"
I know it's the same thing here, man. Now they have like a 4th of July festival in a park, and there'll be like a whole big old police set up there. Like they'll have like a mobile home set up there with the sheriff's office on it or whatever, or
same thing,
or whatever it is, and they'll have like one of those things that go up high so they can see around, and they're just getting used to people. Like it's almost like the park has been turned into a prison yard,
Yeah.
And so they let the people know that they're present there. It's shitty, man. But they got to keep us all safe.
Yeah, but they also, I think a lot of these
going
cops,
around pushing fentanyl and stuff.
A lot of these cops, because people. There's a lot of. I noticed there's a lot of new cops joining the force. So you've got a lot of young people joining the force, and they end up taking the crappy jobs, like the night jobs and the patrol jobs and all that, so that they can get an extra bit of money, you know. So it's more of an incentive to work because they've lost, you know, they've lost financially over the last couple of years. They need to regain their finances back. So what better way to join the police force, Victoria
They
Police?
do. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They financial, you know, economic warfare, you know, and they force people into these positions so that they have to do things that they don't really want to do, but due to economic circumstances, they got no choice.
Yeah. I think they turned up the 5G frequency or G5 frequency. I shouldn't say that. We get cut off.
Constantly making that situation worse and worse and worse and worse, putting people under more and more and more financial pressure every fucking day, you know, to where people are just dropping out. You know, as time goes on, more and more people are just dropping out of it, can no longer, you know, function in society.
I've seen a lot more
economically fucking forced out of the game into homelessness.
I've seen a lot more houses around my area for sale for a walk,
and they're just dropping dead. You know.
Yeah, that could be.
Suicide's becoming a bigger and bigger problem, man. Because people are just getting to a point where they're just like, man, fuck it, I can't take it anymore. You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've seen, you know, and people just killing themselves with drugs. You know, they just don't give a fuck about anything. It's forcing more and more people into that position because, you know, they're just mentally stressed the fuck out of it and they can't take it anymore. You know, and it just never ends.
I don't feel that you'd need any drugs really. Like I'm just having a good time sober. Like I can't really drink. I don't smoke.
I don't get it either, but a lot of people, you know, they need drugs or they get, you know, into drugs and it's hard to get off them, I guess, for a lot of people. For whatever reason.
I don't need drugs or alcohol because it's like I already see, you know, this whole clown world is just entertainment for me. I laugh at people in masks, you know, like I tell them to take off their mask because they're just stupid, you know, like, you know, or just stop following everything and you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see there's a small.
I don't even bother to tell people what anymore. You know, it's just a waste of time.
There is
figured it out by now. Then fuck it.
There is a small number of people that are slowly waking up, but it's too slow. You know, like I had a chat with an old bloke at the shopping centre the other day, and he goes, "Oh, I had to take it for work," you know, because I was talking about like, we'll stand near the travel agents, and I said, "Oh, go on a cheap holiday, mate. You know, get 50% off, half price. You know, it's too expensive. I got to work anyway." I said, "Don't take the jab or don't get the booster. It's crap." And he goes, I had to take it for work, and then he's following me around like a bad smell, like I'm the Messiah. And I'm like, mate, I'm not the Messiah. I'm just telling you. And he goes, it's all this communism stuff, you know, right? Is this old bloke, you know? And I said, yeah. I said, I agree with you. I said, we got to stop it, you know? So don't do any more of this stuff. And he agreed with me. He agreed with me finally.
So hard to believe it.
After them taking two of the, they agree with me. You know,
it's hard to believe that people are this fucking ridiculous.
Retarded.
Okay, it says you're on your chart. Your shit's all fucked up. Your shit's all retarded, and you talk like a fag.
You talk like a fag. My ex-wife, she was retarded.
Well, you know now what I do is like, you know, you know.
My ex-wife, she was retarded. Now she's a pilot.
My ex-wife was retarded, Scro. Yep, that's the world we come to.
Now she's a pilot.
You know, it's that ridiculous, man. Where the The medical establishment is out to fucking kill you. You know, they all are, every establishment. You know, it's if you really need medical attention and you don't, you know, you don't have insurance, it's so ridiculous how expensive it is. It's just very anti-human, I'd say. You know.
Yeah, but it's not.
They're not interested in helping people. They're interested in making money, and that's the big problem.
It's not for health.
That's a big problem with medicine. Once they made it for profit, you know, they turned it into the devil. And
yeah,
now it's all about money, and what these doctors will do to fucking get paid. It's pretty bad, you know. From what I understand, what happened in the last couple years, what these fucking scumbags did to a lot of people.
And now they want to do a treaty. They want to do like a forcible treaty. Oh, we want everyone to forgive one another for what they did during.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, forgive. Yeah, they'll start World War III for sure. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
When I seen that, I'm like, whoever wrote that thing, they're gonna have daggers from everyone that didn't take it.
Cancer is the big
I'm surprised. I'm surprised no one's rocked up to a house personally with pitchforks and fire.
Mm-hmm. That's what, you know. They know that a lot of people are getting to that point. That's why they're doing all this shit they're doing. You know, like it says, the devil sends the beast with wrath because he knows the time is short. That's a Bible verse. See, they know exactly what they're doing. It all tells it in the Bible. The Bible is a storybook.
They subjugate the Bible. They use it for their advantage, and they have it play out.
People believe that it was written by them. There's a fucking
it could have been. It could have been
that they follow for this.
It could have been for
this, you know, episode of the human race. As they created it, they must destroy it as well.
That means that 90% aren't enlightened. At least 90% of the world population.
They knew exactly what they were doing when they created modern civilization, and exactly what would happen and how they're going to end it. It's all been pre-told because they're following a script.
Yeah,
it's huge. It's way bigger than any person could ever imagine. These long-term plans that they have, there got to be immortals out there. There's got to be. For them to have these plans, they do this over and over and over. I believe they grow, they raise a herd of humans and then they kill them off, and they do it again. They do it. I think that's what's going on. They've done this over and over and over throughout time, so they know exactly how to do it. They know exactly how to control people, and they know exactly what they're doing. They're following a script to the T. And
every 100 years, usually there's some sort of mass event or die off or something.
When you
think about it,
I think there's a way much bigger plan going on than what's going on in our, you know, that we're aware of. You know, it's like I've said, I've often have a belief that the human race was genetically engineered, created, and it's just a big experiment that goes on and on.
We've been interfered with as well.
And these things that control us are just disgusting creatures. They don't give a you know, they really have no compassion for humans whatsoever. I've been seeing some stuff, man, that these, you know, if you believe in that sort of thing, it's pretty bad what they do to children and stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's really, really sick. You know, I've been, you know, I was watching some stuff about that today. Actually, I was watching BitChute, you know, they automatically I put on autoplay on there, you know, so all these videos just come up out of nowhere, you know, and so I get exposed to all these things that I never would have clicked on by myself, you know. But yeah, they talk a lot about that and about the basic, we'll call them vampires, okay? You know, I hate to use the exact terminology because, you know, it's a big conspiracy theory, right? It starts with the P people.
Yeah,
I don't even
yeah,
want to say the word.
Yeah.
Release a button. The demons feed off the sun. That's probably a big part of it. Why they do it? Why they grow this It's like we use livestock for food. They use humans for the same thing. To feed off their negative energy. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It explains why there's so much fucking suffering in the world. So I don't know if it's true or not, but it's a damn interesting theory, and I think it makes sense, and it's quite possible. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. I didn't make these theories up. I'm just repeating them from what I've heard.
Putting it out.
I've never seen it myself. With these so-called vampires in action, but I heard a lot about it, and it doesn't shock me to find out that it was all true.
Yeah, but they had all this thing about vampires. Like if you look like,
I just call them vampires.
No, even if you look at like all the horror movies and even the recent times they had some of the vampire movies. I can't remember what it was, but it was like a love.
What they really are.
Remember that vampire love story thing that everyone was going on about, and it was, I don't know, it was like 50 Shades of Grey or some other vampire.
There's people fall in love with the vampire.
Yeah, it was some movie. I can't remember what it was. Right? Maybe someone in the chat can help me out. But yeah, like it made out that vampires were great. But even before that, right? The Simpsons also did like Treehouse of Horror in the 90s and all that, and I grew up on that.
A lot of it on Simpsons.
I love the Simpsons. I still do. Right? I think Matt Groening is a genius, right?
Yeah, that video.
But he's a Freemason. He knows. He knows a lot.
One of the videos I watched today showed Mr. Burns was talking to Smithers. He's like, Smithers, I feel wonderful. I've tried every medicine known to man, and nothing. And if I would have just known the blood of a young boy could make me feel so wonderful.
Yeah, virile. Yeah.
What was his name? Yeah. Bart Simpson, sir. That's all they showed. That's what they showed the clip. And I was like, that was on the Simpsons, actually.
But that was an old episode, that one. So that might be like early seasons. And I've noticed.
I don't think I've seen the real episode. I just saw that they played a clip of it on this video I was watching about.
But
the subject.
They used to play a lot of these old episodes of this, like reruns of The Simpsons, but they used to go from like seasons 1 to 10 or whatever. They don't play the old Simpsons. You know what they play now? They play the later versions of The Simpsons, like the woke version of The Simpsons.
An interesting thing, that same video they showed a clip from South Park, which I think I actually saw that one, but they were talking about it. And, this woman was talking about how it's all a conspiracy theory right on South Park. And she was like she was playing like some media person, and saying how they're talking about the conspiracy theory, that we'll call them vampires, but, what they really are, they drink that stuff. It starts with an A.
Yeah. But I don't recall. I can't recall.
And they were talking all about, and they just told the whole story right on South Park, and like they were mocking it.
Yeah, well, that's what they do. That's
another big reason why I quit watching South Park. Pretty much. That was
that
episode.
South Park,
go ahead.
The South Park. Look, South Park and The Simpsons, or even South Park, right? I watched they had their 25th anniversary show, right? And they're pretty tough. Like I watched halfway through it, but you've got all these woke, transgender, lesbian, weirdo people as their audience, right? Because they were panning to their audience, right? And they're like, oh, we're so grateful to our audience and our fans. And they pan to the fans, and there's just this ugly-looking lesbian that's got 10 different shades of green and pink in her hair.
or some
And
kind of
it's like,
fucking or some fucking drag queen.
yeah, and it's like, you know, what the fuck is your audience? Drag
Drag
queen
queens are
bingo.
huge these days.
Yeah, and look, I'll give it to them that South Park. Like I grew up on South Park. I still love it to this day, right? But for fuck's sake, just get off the woke bandwagon. Why do you have to, you know, like they even done the COVID, the CVID special, right? They're like, oh, you know, and I think one of my relatives, you know, a couple of years ago, they're like, oh, you should watch it because you like South Park. I said, yeah, but I don't like the whole, you know, fake bug kind of thing going on, you know.
Yeah,
And
I kind of get out of it, man. After the last couple episodes that I saw of South Park, I can't watch it anymore. You know, it's great.
I watched like 30 seconds.
You know, it was one of the best series of all time. But man, it's also been predictive programming the whole fucking time too.
Yeah, I watched,
and they knew exactly what was going on in the world, and you know, and then they put it in their scripts. It's all scripted, man. It's all part of the show.
I watched like 30 seconds of that.
Programming is real, man.
I watched 30 seconds of that pandemic episode, right? And I just had to just not watch. I just had to put it down. Like, this is. And then there was
the VAXX episode, which was even worse.
It was just cringeworthy, and sometimes even on YouTube, like I used to get all these shorts of like the vac, you know,
so
when they got like, and I'm like, you know, and the whole thing about, you know, they're using these cartoons and media to get to people so that they can be like the group and you know. But if you're not part of the group, then you're out of the clique, you're out of the group. It's like being unpopular in high school. You know?
Yeah, that's no fun. You know? You don't want to be unpopular in high school, but most of us were. That's why I dropped out at the 10th grade.
Most of us, I was unpopular in high school. I was often left out, so I knew. I thought, well, I'll just create my own path.
Get used to it.
I'll just create my own path. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so I quit school in the 10th grade, man. Barely,
that's what I should have done.
Just barely a month or two into the 10th grade is when I said, fuck it, I'm not going to school no more. And I made it happen. So I missed the last 3 years of my education. Thankfully. Yeah. To me, it was the greatest thing I ever did in my fucking life. Not wasting those 3 years of my life sitting in their fucking indoctrination camp, being fucking chastised by the man. You know?
Yeah.
Being told to do what to do. And if you don't follow, you got to follow all the rules, and you got to dress a certain way. You got to act a certain way. You know, you got to raise your hand. You got to ask to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You got to wait till the bell rings. And then, you know, just like the Pink Floyd video. And the kids are walking through the fucking school and then they all fall off into a meat grinder.
Another brick in the wall. You're just a number.
Yeah. That video said it all, right?
Yeah.
That whole movie, but yeah, the another brick in the wall is all about the indoctrination, right?
Yeah.
Into losing yourself and becoming a Nazi, basically.
And then they say, oh, you know, your teachers and your parents tell you not to listen to rock music because it's the devil. And it's like, well,
because they know that kids are going to do the opposite of what their parents tell them to do. See,
but a lot of this music is the occult, and you need to know about the occult, the good and bad about the occult. The occult ain't bad. There's still some bad things in the occult, but there's good and bad. So that you need to look at the occult.
It's honest, anyways. At least
that's what Mark Passio says. You got to look at both. You got to look at the occult as good and bad, and you got to go down that rabbit hole. Otherwise, you're not going to get enlightened.
They tell you everything they're going to do before they do it.
Yeah.
Predictive programming and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're honest.
Yeah, they are. They have to be. They have to tell everyone what's going on. Yeah, they have to tell everyone. They have to tell everyone what's going to happen or what's going to
And if you tell them beforehand, you don't suffer any of the karmic side effects or whatever, because you warned them first. So therefore, spiritually, you are safe, basically.
Yeah, they don't have to. They don't have to repent what they did to you.
Yeah, because they told you they were going to do it beforehand.
Yeah. Even if it's a symbol, even if they use a cross or an X or anything like that in their advertising or whatever, right? If you submit to that, that means you've
they can lie to you all they want. Yeah. It's amazing.
They can do whatever they want to you and be unforgiving.
Do what thou wilt.
Yeah. They will do that, and they won't care about anything else.
Yeah, they do. It's amazing. Man, it's amazing more people aren't satanic. No, they're everywhere. I see it all over the place. People
what was it
around with 666 tattooed on their fucking face. Just...
But I tend to quote Mark Passio a lot, but he was an ex Satanist priest or something years ago, and he had to go to look into the occult kind of, and he was told after he left the Church of Satan not to go and look for the deep occult stuff, right? He was told not to by his Satan preachers or worshippers and priests and all that, right? And he thought, no, I'm going to look into this, and what he found disturbed him, and then he had to report on it, what was going on. So that's what happened with him. That's how he started the journey. But he only gives you a little bit. You have to do your own research on certain topics about the occult and ancient religions and.
Sure. I mean, we've all done our own research our whole lifetime, really. Learned about it one way or another, and come to the conclusions that we come to. When you get to be my age, you've seen it for this many years. You've been exposed to it. You start to see right what the fuck's really going on. It's pretty obvious. Yeah. It becomes very clear. The picture is that you didn't understand it. I didn't understand it for a long time. I didn't care. Nobody really thought about these things 20 years ago. 30 years ago when I was a young guy, all we cared about was fucking having fun, having sex, going, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That was it. Partying our asses off. That was what was all about.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun, but do I regret those times? In a lot of ways, I do. I wish I would have been more serious about life. I probably would be in a better place today, But it's just the way it was. We didn't give a fuck about what was going on in the world. Didn't pay attention to it. We just lived in our own little fucking world where, we did our thing, survived, just so we could have fun. And then fuck it all. Fuck the world. That was a big saying that we had. Fuck the world. FTW. We didn't, so it wasn't until, the 21st century when I started questioning things, really. All the events that have happened in the 21st century, started thinking about things, Yeah. It really wasn't until like 2010, around that time, when I really started questioning things.
I think 2010 was probably a good
around that time, maybe a little bit before then, but the later 2000s and towards 2010, all kinds of crazy things started. More and more crazy things start. It's like, man, this shit's getting so ridiculous. It can't all just be a fucking coincidence. It can't be what they're telling us.
Well, there was some sort of.
It all became clear.
There was some sort of an awakening, like late 2000s, 2010s, and all that. With all the
things were going on. Of course, the thing that happened in 2001 happened, and then all the subsequent things since then, like the underwear bomber and Hurricane Katrina. What happened there? That was a big wake up call. And then there was the Gulf oil spill. That was a big one that really woke me up. That's when I really started saying, what the fuck's going on? That was all over the news back in them days, and I used to watch a lot of like CNN and shit back in them days. And it was all day long, just going on and on and on about the oil and what a catastrophe it all is, for days and months, it went on for a whole summer, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And that's when I started watching YouTube, and she was all over YouTube, all these, people talking about that, what was going on in the Gulf and all these crazy things that they were saying was happening down there. And a lot of it turned out to be not so true. I don't know. But it doesn't seem like it. I mean, you don't hear much about it now, right? 10, 12 years later, everything down there should have died. But no, life just kind of went on, right? They went on to the next news story, which was probably like the Fukushima disaster, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then 2011, it's just one disaster, one crisis. Look what happened in Hurricane Katrina, right? What was that, like 2006 or something? And like that was a big wake up call to the people. Look, the government's not doing anything to help the people at all. Nothing. They're letting them just sit there and suffer. What did they do? They went door to door and confiscated people's guns.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's all they cared about. They weren't helping nobody that was stranded or whatever. They're just letting them die. And going around, and anybody that was armed, they would disarm. They would go door to door. So if you have any guns, you got to give them to us, or else.
Yeah, well, they had we had some floods recently here, right? We had a lot of rain, and one of the rivers overflowed out in Maribyrnong, and they had a few people door knocking, like cops door knocking and rescue people, saying, "Oh, you got to come with us and come to our relocation facilities," or just the whatever they said that they opened up one of the what is it, the
here they call them FEMA camps.
Yeah, well, I just call them facilities because I don't know whether I don't want to say the wrong thing and get your banned or anything.
Yeah, but you got to say some things.
Yeah, so they reopened them because they were using them as quarantine facilities for this whole boogeyman stuff that was going on. So, and then they recently reopened them for flood affected people. So their homes got flooded. They were able to go there for emergency accommodation. But the funny thing is, the ironic thing is that no one, they slammed the door in these people's faces when they knocked on their door. They said, "No, we're not coming with you." So there must be, and that was a news report. That was on Magic 1278. I think it was like a couple of weeks ago, or about almost a month ago, these floods happened. But, if that's true, then, but they could be lying. They could be saying, "Oh, people are, give the false hope that people are starting to wake up." We don't know. But from what I've, just speaking to people, this random guy in the shopping centre the other day, and he was saying, all these, everyone's a bunch of communists and these evil communists are coming to destroy us. Yeah, that's true. But the problem is they're letting it happen. And I was about to tell him, but he wouldn't listen. No, none of these people want to listen. They don't want to take any responsibility for their actions or anything. So what can you do? They just want to work, drink beer, and
ignore all the problems going on around them.
Yeah,
ignore all this other garbage that's uncomfortable.
And another thing too, right? This is what really disgusts me. When I was at there was a festival that I had in our town. There was a major band that came out from Western Australia. I'm not going to name them. Maybe I should. There's a band by the name of Eskimo Joe, right? And they're a big rock band in Australia. There's a band by the name of Eskimo Joe in Australia, and they recently Eskimo Joe. They recently came out for a show yesterday at where I live. They had a festival on, and they were talking about the whole, seabeds lie, and they're like, oh, we, we're so welcome, we're so grateful to be back after seabeds, and we don't really want to be talking about the seabeds anymore. Let's just party, or something.
Let's
And
just
I'm
put it
thinking,
behind us. Let's forgive and forget.
yeah, that's
Some
basically
people
a
did some
forgive and
crazy
forget.
things back then, but
And
it's all water
and
under the bridge.
I kind of lost a bit of respect for them, and like the band before them weren't too bad. They just said, "Oh yeah, we've had a bit of a break for obvious reasons. We're great to be back." But the guy that was singing, he had a bit of a hoarse voice. He could I don't know, maybe he had a couple of shows beforehand or something, or he lost his voice, but he was singing pretty hoarse, and it was like, could that be a reaction from the the pineapples?
Mm-hmm. No,
So
no, there are no reactions from the pineapples. It's just it's climate change. Okay, we already discussed it.
it's misinformation, disinformation.
It's unknown causes. Okay, all the other things
Pretty
going on in the world, we can't tell.
Yeah.
We even though we're the most brilliant minds in the world, even Dr. Fauci doesn't know. He doesn't understand what's causing unknown causes. But it could. A lot of people think it's climate change, and possibly misinformation is causing it, and conspiracy theories. People believing in conspiracy theories is causing people to have heart attacks. I don't know.
having thoughts, makes you get a heart attack.
They're putting out negative energy, and it's causing people to have heart attacks.
That's what causes heart attacks: negative chi, negative energy, negative thoughts.
People's conspiracy theories, believing horrible, negative thoughts like that.
Horrible, truthful
conspiracy
thoughts
out there. Oh, it's so insane. You gotta laugh at it, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. I mean, no, he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ghost of Venice once again is mentioning the oral circumcision thing. He's really fixated on the oral circumcision thing.
Who's this? Who's this?
Just kidding. But yeah, that's just disgusting. Yeah, it's like what the rabbi bites the kid's foreskin off.
Yeah, South Park done an episode of.
It sounds like that could really cause a bad infection. Maybe even really.
South Park done an episode.
That it's just fucking disgusting.
South Park done an episode on bris. I think that's what they call it, a bris, right? And but the episode is titled Ike's Wee Wee.
Ike's Wee. Oh yeah, when he had to get circumcised.
Yeah,
but he didn't get it, did he?
What's
he
that?
Got out of it somehow, didn't he?
I think so. I can't remember, but it was an early episode.
I heard that it's not as a good thing, like they say. It's probably
actually
better out, if you never got
it's actually bad. It's actually bad for you. Like I think that it's
especially sexually, it's like you lose a lot of sensitivity. I guess I don't know. This is what I've heard.
Yeah, but you shouldn't genitally mutilate yourself, even if it's
none of us had much choice in the matter. As far as I know, it was done to me right after I was born, which is pretty common practice in the United States, I guess.
Yeah, I'm fortunately I've still got mine.
The only good thing about it, I have no recollection of it, and I have no idea that it happened. But still.
But you kind of get used. You probably get used to it anyway. You adjust to it. But if I was to get circumcised now, I'd be like, nah, fuck that.
Fuck that. No, it'd be like taking the the pineapple.
Yeah, it'd be like that. Exactly. Fuck that. No way. No way in hell.
Pyman says, I want my beanie back.
Beanie back.
Oh, that's fucking funny. You can't have it back, though. Once they take your beanie off, it's gone. Oh shit, that's funny. I never heard it called the beanie. That's what it is.
Yeah, I've never heard it called the beanie. That's why it was a bit of a delayed reaction from me. I've never heard it. I've never heard it be. I don't think it's been called that before.
Yeah.
That's a new one for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll add that to my repertoire.
So yeah, there's not, a lot of countries in the world don't do that. Here in the United States, it's pretty common practice. That and getting like 70 fucking shots. As soon as you come out of your mother's fucking womb. As soon as you hit the fucking ground, they start sticking needles in you.
Same thing here. We get the same.
When I was a kid, I think we got like 6 or 8 shots when I was a kid. Now they get like 10 times that amount.
Yeah.
By the time they go to like their first day of school, you get like almost 100 fucking shots. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and even when you go to like high school and everything, you get
boosters to the booster, and you got to get one every year now.
Yeah.
But it's all for our fucking good, right? You got to start. When are you going to question it? At what point you could? No, even before I was even halfway awake, when I was a young guy, and I was just started working and shit, and this company I worked for, they said, "Oh yeah, we're having free flu shots for all our employees. You just got to go down there to this clinic and get your free flu shot." And they're kind of like pushing it on people, like, "Oh, you're gonna go get your flu shot, right?" No, I don't think I need to go get a flu. I didn't, all I said is I don't mind. My immune system deals with the flu just fine. I don't think I need to get a shot for it. I'd rather just, my mindset back then was I'd rather just get the flu and fight it off with my own immune system rather than, relying on a shot. Or even though, then you come to find out, well, the flu shot is only so effective and people all get sick anyways. You got to say, what's the real fucking reason behind it?
I had the same thing when I was in my old job. They wanted everyone to have the flu. It was like free flu shot drive or something. My supervisor, this is before the con job lie, right? And my supervisor, I think it was like 2019, right? Mid 2019. He comes up to me and he goes, "Oh, you need to get. You're gonna get the flu shot, yeah?" I said no, and he gave me an odd look, and he goes, "But you got to take the flu shot." I said, "No, I don't." I said, "Is it mandatory? Do I have to take it?" And he goes, "No." I said, "Well, I'm not taking it. I don't need to."
Really?
Go punch Sandy. I literally told him to go punch Sandy.
What do they offer these people a bonus for every person they get to take the fucking flu shot?
I reckon they do. I reckon it's some sort of secret undercover banana bonus.
That gets the shot, we'll give you this or that,
Yeah, we'll give you a free car or something.
Company that gets the shot, you'll get some kind of credit or something. It almost seems that way.
A free mobile phone or a free company car.
Free luggage.
Free luggage, yeah. Free holiday.
Oh, does it come with it?
A free coffin for every flu jab. A free coffin.
Nice. This luggage is genuine artificial alligator skin.
It's a Samsonite.
Samsonite.
Yeah. Like Dumb and Dumber.
Fake alligator skin. This is a hot item. You're going to want one of these. And you got to get at least 30 people in at least 10%. No, at least 75% of your business gets our little thing, our little shot. This luggage could be yours.
Check the name on the luggage. It says Samsonite. You know how Dumb and Dumber? Oh, it's Samsonite. I was way off.
Samsonite. Ooh.
I was way off.
You judge people by the fucking name of their luggage. Yep. That's how it works in this society. Genuine wine, fake gator. Genuine fake. This is the hot item. Everybody wants a set of this luggage this year.
I'm missing the comments.
If you don't have it, then you ain't nobody. But yeah, something. There's got to be something that's getting these people, incentivizing these people to force it on their employees. Well, I lost Ozzy. Ozzy disappeared on me. What happened? Maybe he was getting too close to reality and they had to cut him off. Said, "You're done, Ozzy. I think you've had a little bit too much to think tonight. You're going to have to come with us." No thinking and driving on YouTube, okay? You ain't the first, you're last. Yeah. There's no in between. It's either first or last. There's no second or third place. But yeah, man, what a day. What a day I had today with the wind. Whew. Luckily, it's died down this evening. Internet's got Ozzy. They swallowed him up. Yeah, I had a 25-foot section of fence blow over. Big old heavy 8-foot wooden fence. It's been standing up there for like over 20 years. It fucking blew over. So I had to clean up that mess today. And out in the wind, I didn't have to, but I just might as well just do it right now, get it over with. It looks like shit. This fence laying on the ground there in my neighbor's yard. So I went up there and cut it all up into manageable pieces. And now I'm burning it. It's giving me some extra firewood for these cold months coming up. But yeah. Oh, Ozzy's back. He needs a link, though. Okay. We can do that. Oh, you need the link, huh? Okay. Okay, yeah, that's how you do it. I almost forgot how to do it. Then.
Hey, Eric.
And what's happening, my friend?
How are you, man?
Oh, things could be worse, I guess.
Yeah, that could always be worse.
Yep. I'm, of course, not without issues, as always, right?
Yep.
Definitely. Dennis wants me to go and have the rest of my top teeth taken out and a fucking a full top picture. That's kind of got me freaked out a little bit. I'm not in such a big hurry to do that.
Screwing dentures, man.
No.
I'm back.
Just a plate.
Yeah. I'll just glue it in there.
There you go.
G'day, Simon. How are you?
Oh, yeah. Getting
I
by,
can't
mate.
afford them screw-in ones, man. Fuck that.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend George yesterday.
But then in the next few years, I'm going to have the bottoms done eventually.
Yeah.
It's all just going to shit. So,
I visited my mate George. George from the pub, Aussie.
St. George or something? Was that his name?
Yeah, St. George, yeah.
We all know George from the pub.
Yeah, I went and visited him yesterday, and we were talking about. Hey, Ken.
Ken.
Yeah, buddy.
Eric.
Hey, Ken, how you doing?
Yeah, he needs teeth fixed as well, and I've got teeth problems, and we were talking about prices, man. And he said the screw-in ones are $350 a tooth. That's without the surgery or fucking whatever they got to do.
So it's all kinds of
fucking.
options.
It'd add up if you need like 10 or 12 of them.
That's a big part of the equation is the costs, right?
It's
not like we all
better
have
off going to prison and get
unlimited amount of resources, right? We all have very limited resources.
I just clicked off the link, so don't think that ASIO cut me off. I just clicked off the link before. They didn't get to you. I clicked off. I'm
It's
on my
easy to
phone and I
click
clicked off my phone.
Yeah, that's
No,
easy.
no
to do.
white van parked outside.
No.
No,
I checked.
that's all right.
I checked. It's
You
all right.
checked?
White van, is that what they drive? I thought it was a black van. No.
Black or white doesn't
18.
matter.
The 18 drives a,
The white
a
ones
black
listening
van.
to you. The black ones are the ones that come and take you away.
Ah,
No,
the white one is
the
the
ice
one
cream
that
truck.
spies on you,
The
right?
ice cream truck's parked out front of my house.
The ice cream truck.
It's,
That's what
it's
they always
Mr.
did
Whippy.
on the old
I knew it was
60s.
Mr. Whippy.
On the old
It's
60s
never
crime
driving that
movies
bloke.
and shit.
There's a clown driving it too.
You were always in an ice
There's a
cream truck.
clown.
Yeah, the guys from the KGB were always
Mr.
in an
Whippy's
ice
a
cream
clown.
truck.
Insane clown posse was driving
They
it.
were spying, causing
Insane
mischief
clown
amongst
posse.
the good guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody said, "Who's that clown?" He said, "Are you talking to me?"
Yeah, you know that. Who's that clown? Whoever turns their head, you know, something's up. Aha! Busted! I saw you turn your head, motherfucker. That's the old "Who's that clown" trick. You fell for the old "Who's that clown" trick. That's the oldest trick in the book, man. Just go into a crowd of people and say, "Who's that clown?"
The Simpsons, Krusty the Clown, man.
See who looks out,
Man, he was
who
fucking
looks around all nervous.
He was the creep dude in.
Krusty the clown.
Clown.
Oh, I almost killed myself trying to laugh like Krusty the Clown.
That cigar.
Krusty,
always
yeah, he's always
fucking half
hanging
shut.
out with hookers and stuff,
And
doing drugs
little,
and hanging out with hookers, and he's got like a scar on his chest from where he had open heart surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, Krusty's a great character.
Sorry, just answered a text.
We were talking about The Simpsons earlier.
Oh, Parliament's gone.
Lyman's
Disappeared now.
He got gone. He got gone.
Disappearing off into the Twilight Zone. The YouTube Twilight Zone. Where did you go?
Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
What happened? It was weird, man. I was in this dark.
I feel, yeah,
place,
life
and
is
there was-
like a Twilight Zone.
There was a bunch of clowns all over the place. They were all stressed out,
It's a real snake day today. So warm.
shooting up drugs and stuff.
Mm,
Yeah, we're so warm. Shit.
warm
I had a
day.
fucking
Yeah.
hurricane.
What's it
Yeah.
like over the west side?
It's actually quite
Shit blowing
cool.
over.
Yeah,
It's cooler this side.
It
There's
was
a lot
too
of
hot in
clouds.
this caravan earlier. I had to get out, for a while until the sun went off. It got real hot. Yeah, 45.
fuck, where's my camera?
You're right.
Would you get a new iPad? I heard the new iPads, they have the camera on the side.
On the side.
Yeah, I have an iPad. I think it's from 2020. It's got the camera on the
What
side. It's
camera?
really weird.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's so easy to put your finger over the lens when you're filming with a phone. I found.
Yeah,
Bloody dogs.
guess a lot of people do that too now. I don't use a cell phone, so I forget that most people record themselves with a cell phone now.
Yeah.
That's just what they do.
Man.
Everything with the cell phone.
I'm the cell phone generation.
Yeah, it's just a big another thing that I
I'm a man.
Dog next door arguing.
can't stand. The goddamn cell phone generation. It's driving me mad. Can't
Yes.
talk to people, and everybody's just in their own world, man. I complain about it all the time, and it's not getting any better.
I'm part of that cell phone generation, but I'm not antisocial.
Yeah,
If I'm at the pub, I keep my phone in my pocket or I put it on the table. I actually have a conversation with someone.
I wish they would have never fucking invented a goddamn cell phone, man. I
I
really
only
do.
take the phone so I can make movies.
You know, we fucking survived just fine in this world before it. Now all of a sudden, people can't live without it.
Yeah.
It's my camera.
They've made it. They've made it a necessity on purpose for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people. Their job requires them to have one.
It's personified evil. Phones.
Yeah, it's mandatory evil.
I mean, cell. What's it doing to our brain cells? The cell phones.
Yeah. People don't even think about it. They don't care. If you try to even mention it to them, they just roll their eyes and look at you like you're fucking crazy. You know, they're like people that put those earbuds in their ears. Those wireless earbuds.
Yeah, they're bad.
They think that's just perfectly fine. They got no problem with it whatsoever.
I don't have to think for my phone's got all the answers.
You don't, I don't even bother to mention to them, that frequency right in your ear is a little bit dangerous, maybe. They just roll their eyes and look at you and fucking ignore you. If you're crazy. Oh, you're one of those people. You think that their wonderful technology is dangerous. Huh. Yeah, it's dangerous in many, many ways. I think.
Yes.
Everybody's got Bluetooth. They walk around with them. They strap them to their body.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's everywhere. You can't escape it anymore.
It affects nature.
Portable Bluetooth speakers. People wear them around.
And look at how fast it all happened, right? The smartphone was invented, 15 years ago. And it's amazing how fast people adopted it. God, it seemed like the vast majority of people fucking adopted it overnight.
I remember the old bricks. God, did they heat up?
In fucking.
They used to burn your ear, those things.
Burn your ear, but it's not doing anything to your cells. That's a different kind of radiation, you see. It's non-ionized radiation, they say, so it's not dangerous. Apparently, yeah, according to them, there's no danger to the human, just like everything else. It's safe and effective.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Pyman froze up smoking a cigarette. Someone send some help over there for him.
Pyman, come in.
He's going to burn his fingers.
Mayday, come in. I'm getting some 5G signal. Come in. Where's the fireman?
No, he froze up again.
Where's the fireman?
I think I might owe StreamYard money or something.
They're going to come over and break your legs now.
I think it's going to get any better.
How many live streams have you done without paying us? We're going to break your kneecaps.
You're going to break your kneecaps.
And reel you into Congress like Nancy Pelosi. No. That was what the guy was planning on doing. Did you hear that? You hear? What do you think about that, Pyman? The Nancy or the Mr. Pelosi attack. Hear about it? Yeah, that was the plan. Apparently, he was trying to. He really broke in to get to Nancy.
Connection, man.
And he was gonna. It's funny. As soon as I mention StreamYard, this starts happening worse. Yeah, it was gonna break her legs. He was gonna break. He was gonna break her kneecaps with a hammer, so she wouldn't be able to walk anymore. This is the story that they put out. What the guy told him, I guess, or they read it in his manifesto. They always leave a manifesto. Isn't that inconvenient? These crazy psychos they pull off these big.
Oh, it's all written out in history.
They pull out these big media events.
Son of Sam.
They all leave a manifesto. They all espouse the same crazy theories, right? That we all espouse, really. You know, they question our wonderful democracy. They question the safe and effectiveness of certain medications, the safety and effectiveness of certain medications, or should I say, certain pharmaceutical products, and other medical narratives they question. And what else do they do?
Lots.
Common link. Yeah. And they don't believe in climate change. They're climate change deniers, every one of them. Wow. Uh-oh. Losing everybody now.
Can't fucking do anything on this.
Must have. Is it going to be one of those times where you get taken down?
I think it might be better if I leave the camera off. I don't know.
Are we getting taken down again?
No. I just turned my camera off for a minute.
Yeah, maybe the having
Checking
the cameras
phone
on.
messages.
Hey, I reckon more connection shit.
You know, I'm outside, right? I'm wearing a jumper, but it's actually quite warm now. It's really weird.
Oh, it's been hot all morning here. It's just actually
my house is insulated.
Yeah.
Your house is what?
This is coming out.
My house is heavily insulated. That's probably why it's a bit cool.
Oh yeah.
There's a few clouds happening though.
It's colder inside than out. Yeah.
I've got hazy, cloudy shit everywhere too.
Yeah, it's starting to haze over all this chemi stuff. Yeah. It was beautiful.
Yeah, the chemi stuff is all over the place.
When I got up at 9 o'clock.
That's another thing that we're not supposed to talk about, right? The lines in the sky.
Oh, really? I thought they were
crazy. That's because of climate change. Is what's causing that.
Chemi clouds.
It's all because of you people. You people had to be born. You have to live on this planet, and you caused all these problems.
It'll be raining again in a day or so.
How do you people live with yourselves? All the problems you're causing. Oh, that's this beautiful sky.
Oh, wow.
So that
it's clear. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like we're having more technical difficulties than usual today.
Oh, it's pretty much the same here. Yeah. Sunny with a nice streaky bacon look to it.
Let's see. Med climbing sky here. High in the sky.
Yeah.
It looks like he froze. Beautiful picture of the sky. Look at it. Looks like you can see faces in the clouds.
Can't turn the fucking thing. Here we go.
What are you fucking doing, boy?
So yeah, that's what's going on.
It's layers of shit, you know.
The elections are coming up. So yeah, shit has to get crazy. You know, it's not even the presidential election. You know,
I even had a forklift driver at work tell me, man, we had a blue sky day.
Damn, man, I'm getting cut out.
All the did you hear about the latest with Dan Andrews, Hyman? I mean, we already knew about it.
Clear blue and said to me, "Well,
Hyman's getting all cut off."
Yeah.
And also Horizon. There's still a lot of either. And I said, I would have laughed.
Yeah. What was that?
I wasn't able to hear what you said.
I said, yeah.
Got to have a laugh, hey.
Guess I got to re-up my StreamYard subscription.
I must be
I'd say it's at Hyman's end. Yeah. It's not your end, Eric.
Huh.
No, I can hear everyone good. Except Hyman's cutting out.
Yeah, Hyman's cutting out on your end.
Must be an aeroplane going over it. They sometimes do that.
They're jamming his signal. That helicopter's out there.
Wi-Fi is good here, actually. I hardly ever have problems. Yeah. Just the salt keeps flowing.
Hey,
Good old white.
I'll just go back.
How's the Dan Andrews drama unveiling? Oh, I love it. Hit and run, eh? No breath, though. Leave the scene of an accident with a young kid injured critically.
Dan Andrews did this?
Yeah.
No, it was his wife.
I knew about it, but I didn't know any details until now. And this
wasn't his wife. It was his wife that. It was his wife that did it. Yeah, his wife, not him.
His wife was
They were
driving.
arguing.
But he was passenger. He was passenger in the car.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's going to get to it. Yeah.
Interesting. Sounds like another bullshit media event.
Well, they've tried to cover this one up, and the guy was made to sign a gag order when he was 15, and now he's come out at 24. You know.
Oh, this happened way back in the past.
2013.
Now it's just come out now. Huh? Now it's a big scandal.
Well, it's election time. They've got to bring out all the shit they can. Hope well, there's heaps on him anyway.
You know,
he's as bad as Hunter Biden's record. You know?
I don't really know what's really going on.
They're all into cocaine too, Eric. I've got footage of them snorting cocaine.
They got
him and the leader over in New Zealand. And,
that doesn't surprise me at all.
Zelensky, shows them all like cokeheads. They're snorking something.
Coking it up, huh?
Yeah.
That's probably the least of the evil things they do.
Yeah, exactly. That just keeps them awake.
Yeah, that's just
talk their bullshit.
Mm-hmm. For their real, when they're planning their real fucking crime.
You notice Dan Andrews, he hardly ever blinks. His eyes are just like wide all the time.
Yeah.
Pupils big as.
Strange character. Him and the chick from New Zealand.
Yeah, both must be related.
Jacinda, man, she's
they
gotta be related. She's
How can two leaders be that grotesque?
Jacinda loves a snort.
Yeah. Did you see that video of was it one of the ministers in New Zealand?
Stream, I think, or one of them.
Did you see one of the ministers in New Zealand, and she looks like Frau from Dr. Evil's wife from
Frau.
She's got the curls on the front. You know how Frau's got that little curl at the front. She's got the same curl.
Probably predictive programming.
Yeah, she's got the same the same fringe, and it's like no one wears that fringe. No woman would wear that fringe.
Yeah, like is it a coincidence that how much
it's just a wig. She's probably bald.
The guy from the World Economic Forum, what's his face?
Yeah, but if it was a wig, you'd get a better wig, Ken. You get a better wig.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
No, you wouldn't get one with a fucking curl on your fucking fringe.
They might as well wear those judge bloody wigs, and they're the ones making up laws left, right, and center.
Is it a coincidence that Klaus Schwab looks exactly like Dr. Evil?
Satan Klaus.
I think not.
Kill Gates and Satan
Klaus.
Squilliam
Gates. Is it any coincidence that he looks and sounds just like Kermit the Frog?
He sounds like Kermit the Frog too.
Bill Gates reminds me of Woody Allen for some reason. I'm sure they're related, and
they're brothers.
They're just monsters that are their own entity. That there's no one who can surpass their evil. You can't even compare them to anyone really, because they're actually, that pinnacle of example of evil. If you know what I mean. So I'm going to stream after. I got a few vids to show. Something to do. I thought I got a strike, and then they removed it. They realised they'd gone too far this time. I was going to take them to court or something, maybe. Nah. I just got blocked in some areas thing, which that doesn't bother me. third world countries.
Yeah, so.
You've been blocked in Africa.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's not about Bill Gates anymore.
Damn
you know?
artists can't get me.
Bill Gates used to be the richest man in the world. Now it's all about Elon.
Yeah. I mean,
Elon, yeah, he's the man now.
there is no richest man in the
That's
world,
right.
thing, really.
That's
There
why
is.
he owns Twitter now, and he's going to save free speech.
I do like the character he's playing. It's a good character.
Elon Musk character, guys.
Yeah, it's good.
Mildly entertaining. I
I'm
can't.
sure they're
stand
going to
him.
make a movie about him. And they thought, no, let's just actually create him in real life.
I'm tired of seeing his face everywhere I look. Just can't stand his
Locked in
face
Ukraine.
anymore.
Yeah.
I like
He's
Kyle
always smiling.
Dunnigan.
He's
Kyle
always got
Dunnigan
this
does a
fucking-
good Kyle Dunnigan does a good.
He's always got
impression.
this insane smile on his face, and the caption says, "Elon cleans house at Twitter." And he's all smiling, and he's walking in with the kitchen sink in his hand.
Let that sink in. Yeah.
That's thinking.
He's
That was
having
what he
a
was saying.
jolly old time,
That was
fucking
actually-
firing everyone at Twitter.
He bought everything of Twitter, including the kitchen sink.
Twatter.
Well, actually, it was a bathroom sink. Yeah.
They're going to rename it Twatter.
I don't understand. I never got that shit, you know. It's
No,
not
I
my
never
cup of tea. I never got into it.
The
I don't
only time I
understand
see
it.
it is when people are showing
Too
on
complicated for me. I'm too stupid.
YouTube. It's too
for
much
Twitter.
reading.
Too much reading. Yeah. I don't understand how it
I want
works.
pictures all the time.
It's just too complicated.
He's going to replace everyone with robots.
And now the big thing is the blue check mark, right? If you got the blue check
Didn't
mark,
he
you're
dress up as
somebody.
a devil recently or something?
Yeah, he
You
dressed
want
up
to
as the
start
devil for
charging people
Halloween.
for the blue check mark?
What's the blue check mark?
Doesn't surprise
It
me.
means like you're somebody on Twitter.
Doing it for years.
If you got a blue check mark, you're special. You're
Oh, I'm not on Twitter.
Oh yeah, now you have to pay $8 for the blue.
you're like
Buy your way there
verified
anyway.
account or some shit.
Oh,
$8 to become blue.
Yeah, the blue check means that you're certified. Dickhead.
It's more like saying I don't give a fuck about the blue.
Means that
tick.
you've jumped through all their
I'll
little
charge you.
hoops, and you're one of the chosen ones.
It's like a social crediting system, you know.
Yeah, social crediting system. So
Blue mark. Yeah.
supposedly,
Hey,
you
look,
get more
that-
attention if you got a blue check
I'm up
mark.
in the
You know,
blue.
maybe you get more attention. You get more people see more of your tweets. You know,
Yeah.
because you got the blue check mark. You get
Yeah.
you don't get thrown in the basement like people like me here on YouTube.
yeah, we're in the basement. This is like Wayne's World. Yeah, remember like that movie Wayne's World? Wayne's World.
Oh yeah,
Party
it was one of my
time.
favorites back in the
Excellent.
'90s.
Yeah,
Mm.
we're like
Party
public
on, girl.
access. We're like public
Party on,
access.
Wayne.
Party on, Garth. Party on, Wayne.
Right on. All right, Garth.
All right.
It was good for its time, that show.
It was
I
fun. It
never
was
saw
great.
the MTV series of it, but I only saw the movies.
It was the most popular movie of 1995.
Yeah.
Or no, it was before that. I think. Probably like
No, it's a
around
good idea.
early
you know.
90s, like
It
1990.
was an
or one.
original idea. I liked it. You know, it was.
It started on Saturday Night Live as a
Yeah.
sketch.
That's what I mean. I never saw any of that, but just clips here and there, some on YouTube. But
Uh-huh. With Mike
I never-
Myers. Yeah,
yeah, I only saw the movies, so
it was all
I,
predictive.
but I knew it
programming.
come
It was all,
from SNL.
you know, to brainwash the younger generation into
Swing.
listening to rock and roll and all that
Swing.
shit.
No stairway. You know,
No stairway.
No stairway.
Oh, rejected.
Rejected.
Oh, that one chick that was it Rain World Tour where the woman she kind of falls for fucking Garth, that hot fucking supermodel chick. She's like, "Hey Garth, would you like to have dinner with sometime?" He's like, she's like, "Would you like to have dinner with me one night?" And he's like, "I'd like to have dinner every night."
I like to have dinner every
Would you like to have dinner some night? Well, I'd like to have dinner every night.
Just some night. No.
That was one of my favorite lines from the movie.
I don't have dinner enough. I just skip it half the time. Eat once a day.
And then,
But then I have days where I munch out big time.
And then so Garth ends up scoring with her, and it shows him the next morning. He comes walking out with the robe on, and he's got a pipe.
Like James Bond.
Yeah. It's like he becomes like James Bond overnight because he scored with some hot supermodel chick. It was classic comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I went to an island yesterday on a ferry.
Went to an island?
Yeah, biggest island in Melbourne Bay, French island. And, wow, yeah, it's totally off the grid there. They're all, no cars registered because, you know, they're not run by any government
French
council.
island in Australia?
Yeah, all these old hippies live there. And off the grid. I got a friend and yeah, she used to live there. Her dad lives there. Yeah, it was.
Fucking just leave the world behind and go live on some fucking hippie island.
Yeah. It's pretty cool there. No cops, you know. It's they got their own
off grid.
No
Sounds
cops.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Do what you want there. Drive around unregistered because the roads are.
Why would you want to live without cops?
Yeah, I know.
Are you one of those?
Feel so unsafe there. Although the cops did come over one time, but normally everyone warns each other that they.
They come over from the mainland.
They come over on a boat, you know, like their own boat, and
fucking
beat up me friend.
Everybody's gay.
They beat up my friend's dad, put him in hospital.
That's what they do. Well, we'll go over there and beat up.
They got the wrong guy too.
Some people throw some people in a cage, poop in their Easter baskets.
And it was the wrong house, you know. I mean, wrong farm property.
Because they were smoking Mother Nature.
For no reason. And go, oh shit, wrong place. Sorry.
Well, we know you people are growing Mother Nature on that island. What else would they be doing on an island besides growing weed?
Nah, they're all conservationists. You know that if you do anything to the wildlife there, you're off the island. You know?
So they like grow their own food and shit. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, farmland, cows, own milk.
So it just shows you how
it used to be a place in the old days.
Society can work like that.
Chicory. They made chicory there. A chicory factory used to be
without
there.
all the control.
And, there's a prison there, big old prison that it's. I mean, it got bought out by some Chinese actually, and they got limos and everything.
That makes sense.
Going on.
In today's world, there's got to be a prison.
Yeah. Well, it's an old prison. It's a heritage. Like it's.
It's not no longer operational.
Yeah, it's from the old days, like
Alcatraz.
200 years ago.
It's like Australia's version of Alcatraz.
150 maybe. And the island's not owned by Australia. It's actually owned
back
by
when Australia was a penal colony.
The island isn't. The island isn't owned by Australia. It's owned by the French. The French actually took the island over in the old days because it wasn't connected to the land. They actually claimed rights to it.
They were able to claim it because they had a strong navy.
Yeah, they just they were over there too and thought, oh, let's claim this island, because everything was new back then, and so it's still owned by the French. And the indigenous. And my friend I went over with, Cherie, she's indigenous, so so she's got all these rights there.
Yeah, the French and the British.
Have to vote.
I think they've always worked together. Let each other have this land. You can have that land.
Yeah, my friend I went over with.
You can dominate those people over there.
She doesn't have to vote because she's indigenous, which is.
I guess right now the U.S. is getting involved in Haiti. Militarily speaking, the U.S. is going to supposedly, make things better in Haiti. That's the story they're giving us. They're gonna make Haiti safe for democracy like they do everywhere else, right?
Mm. Like Ukraine, that's been such a democratic.
But I guess they're going up against Portugal, I guess, or not Portugal, but Venezuela. I think Venezuela's over there.
Yeah, pretty close.
They're and some other power of the world power, maybe Russia. I don't know. I don't think it's Russia, but Venezuela backed up by maybe China or something, some other world power that's oppressing the people of Haiti and trying to take over their country, basically. So
Yeah,
the United States is getting involved in it.
Mm.
Little interesting tidbit of information that's happening. I don't know if you guys were aware of that one.
Yeah.
Hi guys,
Hi.
how you going?
Oh,
That's
good,
Deb.
good.
Sister Deb.
Great. Wonderful. We're just sitting here solving all the problems of the world like we do every
Yep.
week.
Problem
Oh,
solving.
it's such a beautiful day outside.
Yeah, Ken was just
Yeah.
showing us.
We've had like 10 months of winter.
Oh.
And, well, 8 months, maybe.
Yeah.
See, they
Yeah, we're
said
just-
on the news the other day that we won't get summer until February.
We had a miserable day here today. Just fucking
They said it's
miserable.
going to rain all summer too. How do they know that?
The wind just blew all day long, and it was horrible.
Hyman says hi. He's in
I had to go out and
Hi,
fix a
hi.
thing.
He was on, but he cut out. A bit of interneting problems.
Yeah.
Oh, Aussie's gone. Aussie's over
Honestly,
in
just appeared to.
western side of Melbourne.
We're having all
Melbourne.
kinds of technical
No.
issues this evening.
Hyman's in Cranbourne and
Yeah.
Eric's in where is it again? Dakota. North
No,
Dakota.
Colorado.
Dakota.
Colorado.
No,
I
Colorado.
get them two places mixed up for
Where
some
are
reason.
you?
I'm in Colorado,
Colorado.
actually.
Colorado.
I'm not far from Denver, Boulder.
Boulder. Yeah, Boulder. That's right.
Well, yeah, I'm in the mountains west of Boulder and Denver, kind of.
Oh, cool. Where all
Good
the
area.
bears are.
It's all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a
Yeah,
suburb
it
of Denver, and almost.
Big moose.
Good.
Eric's got big moose there, haven't you?
Oh,
Yeah, big,
Yours.
stupid, dangerous moose running around all over the place.
They'll just ram you because they're
They-
stupid.
They stomp people to death every year here. It's crazy.
oh my God, really?
Yeah, they're very dangerous animals. And
Oh
dumb as
my
a box of rocks.
Kangaroos don't kill many people each year. But
The moose is the most dangerous animal we got around here. We got
Yeah.
bears, mountain lions, coyotes. The moose are the ones that are the dangerous.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
injure and kill the most
Yeah.
people.
Unless you can chop a snake's head off, but you can't chop a deer's head off, can you?
Yeah, I got chased by a moose one time. Luckily, I was able to get away from it.
well,
I was far enough away that
the moose they do.
but they all attack people, especially if you got a dog. You know, they have an instinct to it.
Did you
To
tell
attack
him about
dogs.
our next door neighbour how his German Shepherd caught a snake?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
snake was here the other week when it was warm like today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it killed it.
Nah, he bit it, but only on the tail, which he should have gone for the back of the head, but
Yeah.
probably lucky.
It was a
Yeah,
German.
lucky the snake didn't bite him and kill him.
Oh no!
There's a lot of deadly snakes in Australia. I
Right,
understand.
his master killed it. The guy who lived next door killed it.
The master killed him?
Yes,
The snake or the dog?
The
not
snake.
the snake. Seriously.
Who knows? People are weird now.
Oh no!
My
He's
dog
a good-
attacked the snake, so I killed it. The
That
dog.
was a black snake. They're not as deadly, you know. Black snakes.
Now here,
don't
there
try
was
to
a
get
guy
away.
that shot a bear because it attacked his dog, and he got in big trouble for it.
What?
Yeah,
It's survival, you know. You don't want.
he killed a bear because the bear was trying to kill his dog, and he got in trouble.
Well,
for
I
killing
did the
bear.
same. I killed a snake because it was trying to kill me dog. It kept
And
coming
now-
back trying to kill me
Yeah,
dog.
he got in big trouble, and like he's on probation and all this shit. For killing a bear.
That's not fair.
Who dubbed him in?
He was protecting his house and his dog.
Who dubbed him in?
So yeah, we got no rights in this world, man. You can't. You don't have a right to protect yourself from a deadly animal or your dog, or if you do, you'll get in trouble. It's just the world we live in, man. You got to let the bear kill your dog.
Nah. I'd kill the bear just like if it was a snake.
Yeah, but it's just how stupid the world, it just shows you how anti-human the United States has become.
No, I mean, I'm going to stream after.
How anti-human it's all become, The animals have rights, but you don't.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, Saudi Arabia, a robot has more rights than a woman. Sophia. Yeah. She got made a citizen of Saudi Arabia, and a woman can't even drive there.
What?
Yeah, but she can. She can drive, apparently.
A robot?
Yeah, Sophia. Sophia, she's been famous for 10 years. No?
Ozzy had a phone call. That's what happened.
This puppet thing they're trying to make out's real AI intelligence, and she makes jokes like, I'm going to exterminate humanity.
Exterminate.
Yeah, that's what she does. So what happened to Ozzy? Oh, he had a phone call, right? And Pyman cut out, and
Pyman finally just gave up and said, "Fuck it, I'll just go to the chat."
I got a chicken dinner tonight.
It's good to have everybody stop by and say hello at least.
Yeah, touch base.
Will you take care, buddy?
Yeah, nice to see you.
You too.
Yep. Have a good week.
I will.
Don't get caught.
I never get caught.
And if you do, you didn't. I had nothing to do with it.
That's right. You didn't have nothing to do with it. Sorry.
Just kidding.
Sorry. It
wasn't because of anything I said.
It was the ghost up the road.
Yeah. I'm not trying to promote any kind of people to do anything.
Oh, it's all right. I've already been corrupted.
I'm not trying to corrupt anybody to question anything in this world. Because, you can get in big trouble for
being corrupted.
For questioning things and not believing what you're told.
Yeah.
But
I've got to tell you a story.
I wish it was only a joke.
Talking about getting in trouble. Huh? A couple of years ago, I finished a working job. I got, had a couple of Billy Bongs, before I went to work. Huh? And the copper's sniffer dog kept on harassing me while I was at the bus stop. Right? And I go, will you control your bloody dog? Right? And he goes, do you know what type of dog it is? I said, yeah, it's a black Labrador. Right?
Well, you should have been getting down patting it so it didn't look suspicious.
And he goes, it's a cop dog. Do you have anything on you? I said, yeah, I got my cigarettes. I got my handbag. And next minute, they got a lady copper to touch me down.
Holy shit. That's insane.
And I turned around to the lady copper. I said, you know what? I haven't been touched like that in a long time.
Oh, that's how you handle that situation. I guess it's okay if you're a lady. But if you're a guy, it doesn't work so well.
Oh, I know, right?
But no, because it could be that the guy patting you down is a little fruity.
Yeah, if the male copper was patting me down, it could be harassment, right? But if a female copper pats you down,
God, it's just disgusting. They want to put their hands all over the people.
I know. Oh, I have a minute. Right?
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
There was a couple of teenagers at the bus stop, and they're like laughing at me because I'm making it a joke. Well, I've got nothing on me.
Well, that's good. You didn't have nothing on you. You had just had a couple hits.
Yeah.
It's
There's a couple
it's just so
really
stupid. This whole control over, controlled substances and
Why don't
drug
you, why don't you go down the
illegality
street?
and all that.
Why don't you go down the street and get that crackhead?
Making drugs illegal is really, really evil because, people with a drug problem aren't really criminals. They're forced into a life of crime, but they're really, they got a medical problem. They're addicted to a substance, but, they're treated as criminals. So, yeah, it's just, in my opinion, the whole drug thing has been such a racket forever.
It's
They,
all
they
about
know it.
revenue.
They put the drugs in the street to get people hooked on them.
As if
Use
the
it to
government really
destroy their
cares.
lives with it. That's all it is.
They,
It's all
they
done on
get
purpose.
revenue. That's why they put the new drugs on
They
the
have,
street.
they have no intention of helping anybody, and
Exactly.
they want people to get hooked on the drugs, and they purposely do it. So
Yeah, all these
it's
pills.
just such an evil racket for so long.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd point that out.
No, you're right, mate.
Yeah, and to make drugs illegal is just so fucking evil.
Yeah.
If they weren't illegal, there wouldn't be a problem. I'll tell you that.
I've been smoking chuff since I was 17.
In countries where drugs aren't illegal, they don't have a problem with them, really. And they might have an occasional person that kills themselves with drugs, but
Yeah.
it happens, whether they're legal or not.
In my room.
Sorry, yeah. What was that?
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I think by making them illegal, they caused all these problems in the world that we have with drugs now. And
Well,
all
see now
fucking
that
homeless people that are all drug addicts and all this.
I saw how
all
it worked back
fucking
in
planned.
2004. I saw how they brought the drugs in back then. It was on the streets within 2 weeks of getting here. And
Every single drug epidemic that we had has all been planned out. And crack epidemic, the fucking meth epidemic, and now it's the opioid epidemic.
Crazy. They're crazy.
And now it's all of it. Now they got it all on the streets, man. They got crack, meth, and fucking opioids.
Ice.
And everybody's dying from fentanyl.
That's it. They're not dying from chuff.
I don't know if fentanyl's a thing here. I haven't heard anyone talking about that.
People don't die from smoking chuff.
It's
do
really
they?
bad here. The fentanyl problem's really, really bad here, from what I hear.
What do you,
So I've heard. I don't even know what it is, but
Really deadly.
it's like
fentanyl.
crack.
People are just dropping like flies from it. No, it's not like
No,
crack.
it's
It's totally different.
it's a prescribed drug.
It's a
It's not
painkiller.
prescription.
It's like heroin.
Oh, right.
Way
yeah.
more potent.
It's an opiate. Yeah.
It's like 300 times more powerful than heroin, I guess, or something, or 3,000. Like,
Oh, you can imagine people having
the head of a
respect.
pin is a pure, the head of a pin amount of fentanyl in a raw form is enough to kill a person.
Mm.
So people are ODing on that shit, eh?
Oh, fuck. They're dropping out.
Yeah.
Mm.
We haven't heard about it here.
It's the worst
Maybe,
it's the worst drug problem ever.
maybe it just hasn't caught on here or something. Or they
It's
just
It's destroyed a lot of lives here, and it's just
You know anyone
really
on
bad.
fentanyl? Or
From what I hear, I don't
fentanyl? What's
go
it
down
called?
in the city and see it myself.
Fentanyl. Is it? What's it called? Fentanyl. Fentanyl.
Fentanyl, yeah.
Yeah.
With a V.
It's really bad here in Colorado and a lot of other places here in the United States.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was all
Oh,
started
it's
off
right.
as a prescription.
I remember people were trying to get high on Sudafeds.
Yeah.
It's a
they take out
synthetic
the yellow bit in
opioid.
the middle of the pill.
They can make it in a laboratory,
Yeah.
so they don't have to import it from.
No.
Fucking-
see?
They don't have to import it from Afghanistan. They can make it right here.
I painted a pharmaceutical factory once.
Maybe that's why they pulled the fuck out of Afghanistan. They didn't need the heroin anymore.
I saw them making all these pills, all out on a conveyor belt. Yeah, it was crazy. Valiums,
Yeah, it's
whatever.
pretty
bloody
obvious
wanted
that
was in this factory. But very high security.
All done to.
You couldn't, if you worked there, you had to be more or less searched every time you left because of all the drugs in the place from the government. What was it called? Glaxo used to be the company, I think.
Uh huh.
Now it's ran by,
Pharmaceutical company.
I think Pfizer bought them out actually years ago. Well, one of them
That's
companies.
so evil. Big Pharma is so evil. My God.
It's like, what did the world do before there was Big Pharma, eh?
Just not only the drugs, but the V's.
Got by on nature, you know. We got
Between
by
the
on
drugs and
nature.
the V words,
Yeah.
they're doing a damn good number on the population.
I heard someone the other day, they're a gay person, but they had AIDS, corona, and monkeypox. The whole 3 in 1.
Shit.
They got the whole 3 in 1 tested.
They got the fucking
I'm not
triple
proud of
whammy.
it.
Tested positive for all 3, huh?
Yeah. It's like they're trying to bring back the AIDS thing as a fear now again.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird.
Now they're talking about the CVIDs and the flu.
You heard about AIDS.
People
for
can
so
get it
long.
concurrently now. Well,
Just
shit.
like we haven't heard about nukes for so long, 70 years. Now we're hearing about that, and now we're hearing about AIDS again after the 80s.
Well, you know, AIDS is
Now
no
what's going
slouch.
on? Bringing back trends.
AIDS is no slouch. It's making a comeback.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate AIDS.
And monkeypox. We can't forget that deadly monkey, that cheeky
Yep.
monkeypox, climbing around trees and.
And it's mostly spread amongst men having sex with other men. That's what they say. It's the number one spreader.
Well, yeah.
But it's not a gay disease, okay?
A lot of
They make that perfectly clear. It's not a gay disease. It's just spread by men having sex with other men. It's a big difference now.
was actually made in a laboratory.
I know. But this is what they actually say on the public radio.
It's always blamed on animals too, you know, pig, swine,
They said it's very prevalent
bird
among
flu. And,
bisexuals, homosexuals, and other men who have sex with other men. It's so ridiculous, man. As if, you know, just because you have sex with another man, it doesn't mean you're gay or bisexual. It's basically what they're saying.
Don't get
It's
that one.
just it just shows how ridiculous
Everyone's
the
in
world has
reverse
become.
nowadays. Yeah, what's good is bad, and what's bad is good.
And just because you have sex with other men, it doesn't mean you're gay
They just try to complicate things.
or bisexual.
Everyone wants simplicity, but nah, this society wants everything complicated.
It's got to be. You're right. They
What?
definitely want it all complicated. You can't tell what a woman is anymore.
Oh, someone's out. Sorry.
Nobody really knows what a woman is anymore. No one can define
I
it.
don't know. I'm pretty sure I know. Yeah.
But can you really define what a woman is? But if you were running for office and someone asked you that question, you have to be real careful how you answered it.
I wouldn't. That would be something about. Most women think it's bullshit too. You know, like
They will not. They will not.
majority of us just think, oh yeah, it's crackers.
If you ask a politician that
Total
question,
crackers.
he would not answer it. He would just talk about something else for about a couple minutes until they change the subject.
Housewives' lives matter too.
You know, they're really good at changing the subject when you put them on the spot like that.
I mean, even the word housewife is like a dirty word these days, isn't it?
Oh my God, it is.
How dare that woman raise
How
five-
did you just say housewife?
Yeah. Oh,
God, that's foul.
you got to be out in the workforce, you know. How dare you try to raise kids?
Yeah, you can't
Like,
do
that's
it
not
anyway.
a job. No, that's not a job at all. What?
Not too many people make enough of an
Tell
income
that to a
raise
mother that-
family.
Raising kids isn't a job, you know. Well, they'll smack you.
Most men don't have a big enough income to raise a family on their own nowadays. The wife has to work.
Yeah. It's like I got a friend, Cherie. She's 45. She's got 5 kids. And she says people look down on her because she's had so many kids. And it's like she's contributing to the country. You know, she's
Look down on
one of
her.
the people keeping us populated. God, how dare they?
Dare you produce all those worthless eaters?
And they're beautiful kids too. They're well mannered, been brought up good. Yeah. I went on.
Yeah,
Binge Island.
that's sad. Now, and they want to just promote homosexuality to them and transgenderism. Really, you don't want to say anything bad about transgender people.
Yeah, but no one really gave a fuck anyway until now. It's like, now it's suddenly a problem. What? It never was. No one cared,
Yeah, now it's a
Any
big problem.
normal person.
Now it's hate speech. To
My
say
uncle was
anything
gay. I didn't worry me one bit. Yeah, good on you, be gay.
bad. Well, now it's if you
Got
say
married.
anything about it, it's hate speech. And
Mm.
Elon
My
Musk
uncle
will
got
come
married
to
in
your
the
house and
70s.
kick your ass.
By a gay priest. My uncle got married in the 70s by a gay priest. So, there wasn't a problem. I don't know what this problem is now. We're all having, God.
Dingo
Yeah,
just
we
came
all-
over to me and said, "You know what? I've heard enough of your shit. Have you heard enough of my shit, Dingo? Yeah,
Yeah.
enough of your
You tell
fucking
him, Dingo.
nonsense."
Hey! Get out of it! Oh,
Here's your dog barking.
sorry.
You hear that?
Fucking hell.
Sweet.
Fighting with it. The
Sweet.
dog next door's an ex-cop dog and it keeps fighting Bruno. He thinks Bruno's a criminal.
Sweet.
Jumping at the foots of each other. Bruno,
Oh,
get here. Bruno. Here.
You want a dog biscuit, Dingo?
Bruno's going, fuck it. Annie's here. Annie's a good girl. She doesn't bark at the dog next door. She likes him.
All right. Well, I guess it's about time to wrap it up.
Okay,
Yeah.
Eric, I'm going to stream soon anyway.
Thanks for
So
hanging out. Thanks everybody for stopping by.
cheers, buddy. Have
Enjoy
a
the
good
rest of your
weekend.
weekend.
Uh,
And
Excellent. Cheerio.
Let's see.
Hooroo and
we'll see how this whole election thing turns out
yalo.
in the next
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, this month's going to be interesting, I'll tell you.
Yeah. We should have a lot to talk about. All right. Good
Okay.
night, guys.
Cheers, Eric.
See ya.